Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So we've got some new molds in today. So this one here is like a, I don't know, like a honeycomb jar with a little bee lid that goes on it. So I had started cleaning my craft room because it's a mess. And I had found all these glitters that I had got from Resin Rockers, and I forgot I bought them. So we're going to use the Golden Years to do this jar. So I don't know how, I just got these in. These molds I got from Shein. I figured I would try Shein, and yeah, it's okay. The tracking doesn't quite keep up like Temu does. I mean, Temu lets you know like every step of the way, whereas this one just kind of, I don't know. But this is a little vase. So I figured we would try this. It's Janie's Got a Gun is the color of it. Oop. But I just thought that would be a really, it's like a gunmetal kind of sparkle. So that's what we're going to use. And I am going to stick this on this bag just so I know what the color of it is. And I'm definitely going to have to use my little vacuum bug. All right, so I don't know how much these hold. I'm going to mix up 8 ounces. I'm going to divide it in half and hope and pray that it's enough. If not, I'll just mix up more. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this in one. We're going to mix this in the other. And I am going to use the clear Elmer's glue so that even though this is a super fine, I just want to make sure that it does not just sink all to the bottom. So let me go get my resin mixed up and then we will begin. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I've got that mixed up. So I still do need to divide it. So I'm going to grab a little cup here. So I made up 8 ounces, so I'll put 4 and 4. And we'll see where that gets us. All right, so that is 4 and this is 4. And if I have too much, I do have another mold that I got from Shein as well. So I've got that on the side so we can pull that out, worst case scenario. Which one do I want to start with? I guess we'll just go with the gold and we will do this one. All right, I'm going to flip that way. And I usually use these cheap gloves when I'm pouring my resin, and I didn't switch them over, so yeah, I'm just going to go with it. So I am going to put a good amount, and we are going to see how this looks. And I do want it to be, you know, pretty solid. Because I think this will be a really pretty... I can still see through my stick. Do I want to add more glitter, or do I want to add like a yellow to it? That is the $1,000,000 question. because that has a beautiful sparkle. But we can still see through the stick. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. And we'll just do an alcohol ink, but let's kind of see what we... And this is the Let's Resin regular yellow. And let's see what that gives us for a color. I think I'm gonna go with that. I mean, I don't want to put too much, but I don't necessarily want it to be all right. We're just gonna go with that. So we'll get that stirred in, scraping the sides. And I am going to get my clear Elmer's glue as soon as I find where I put it. And it is right here. And then we will decorate the outside with something. So it's sitting there. It doesn't look like it's really sinking, but I'm not going to take any chance. So it's usually 1 drop per ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see what we get. Now it should be a thick, goopy, slimy mess. Yeah, see how that looks like snot? All right, we're gonna go with that. I am gonna give this a spray. And we'll do the cover first. So this is so thick that we're gonna probably have to cut it. Kind of like that. And I do wanna make sure that I like really get into all the detail of the bee. I don't want any bubbles if I can help it. So we're gonna just swirl this around. And that way there, it might also help from any bubbles adhering on the sides, because we'll have that resin kind of flowing around in there. All right, let's put some more. So yeah, I think this will make a really cute little sparkly little jar. And I like that the mold is see-through, because then you can, if there's any bubbles, you'll be able to see them. All right, let's just get this topped. All right, so let me move this back out of the way here. And it still needs a little bit more, but I wanted to get it out of the way. And then dome it. And I do want to get that alcohol around all of those side pieces. And then we're just going to pour it about halfway. And I'm going to go around, squeeze the bottom to make sure that we have no trap bubbles around that bottom. And just kind of spin it around there. Oh, we're gonna have enough, guys. Yay! I'm gonna get that pretty much domed. And let's just slide this back and we will add some more in there. So I'm hoping that we get like no micro bubbles. Okay, we can use just a little bit more in here. And all right. And then I will just use this in the other mold here in a minute. So hopefully we have enough of this as well. So let's get this gunmetal color in. And this is like a blue-black. This is, I don't know why I've waited so long to use this color, guys. I mean, look at that. I completely forgot I had these glitters. And I'm going to add a little bit more. And then I'm going to probably do the same thing and add a little bit of black alcohol ink. Yeah, that is pretty. Well, we'll see how they look once they're cured. Let me find... Oh my gosh, guys. First, I reached right in and I grabbed both the colors that I needed were right there. I didn't have to hunt for them. That is pretty. Put a few more drops. All right, that should do it. And then we'll put the glue and we will pour and then we will wait and see. And hopefully we have enough. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, you use this to suspend glitter, or if you want to thicken a color so they don't run into each other, you can use the Elmer's glue. And it just, I mean, it's like a goopy mess. But it doesn't interfere with the curing process at all. All right. And then we're just gonna pour. Again, I will do about halfway, and then I will squeeze around just to make sure that I have no like trap bubbles in there. And I will be doing these in the mix to mold as well. I got a whole bunch of other ones too, guys. Oh no, I might not have enough of this one. Are you kidding me? All right. So, I'm gonna have to mix up at least 2 ounces, guys, of this. So I will get that mixed up, and I'll do that off camera because it's going to be the same process. So I will do one of these crosses because what I wanted to do is do one in the gold and like one in the silver. But I wasn't sure about my other colors, so I do want this, just this inside cross to be in the gold. So I figured I have enough of this one. I'll have to clean up that little bit that I'm got some over there. And there's like 3 different layers on this cross. So I want this cross to be flush. And then whatever the other color is. All right, I think that's gonna work. And now we just have to clean up the sides here. All right. And we will let that cure, just like that. All right, so I will get some more resin mixed up in this, and then I'll be back when it's ready to demold. I don't know what I'm doing with this yet, so this one might not get demolded on this video, but it'll be the next video, so stay tuned for that. All right, I will be back. Alrighty, guys, so when I mixed up the other resin, I had enough. I did the other cross, and I poured the rest of the gold in here. So I figured I might as well come live, and we're going to pour the second layer in this cross. And I'm also going to put a thin layer in this base. So this base is going to be the 3 colors that are going to match this base. This one, the base is all of that color because I had that much left over. So I figured I would just come back, and so I mixed up 1.5 ounces. So I figured I'd jump on real quick, and we'll just get this mixed up, and then hopefully in a couple of hours I can come back, finish the crosses, and then we'll be able to demold everything at the same time. So we're going to have a few extra pieces, which I'm sure breaks all of your hearts. Yeah. So I have been doing some major cleaning in my studio here. Oh my gosh, I couldn't like find anything. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why do I let it get so bad? Am I the only one that like lets it get that bad? I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do for this middle layer is I'm going to pour it white. I don't know if that's a good choice or not. And then for this one, the final coat, I want to do that burgundy. And then for this one, I'm going to probably do a blue, I'm thinking. One of the dark blues. So I don't know. Like I said, I just got these molds in. And until I make them, I really won't know what I want to do with them. And then I had poured this little guy the other day, and I didn't quite have enough for 3 of his paws, or fins, or feet, or whatever. So we're going to put a little bit in there. Yeah. And I mean, it's like literally going to be maybe 2 drops. I'm like, if I could have scraped that little bit, I probably would have had enough to do his hands. But so I'm going to mix up white, and then whatever I have left, we'll figure something out. So actually, I think I changed my mind already. We're going to do this Pearl Sparkle pigment powder. It's kind of like a gray white. So yeah, why don't we just, and I do want this to be opaque. So we'll start with this and kind of see where we get. Because this way here, we're going to have a little bit of sparkle in this as well as the front. And I think we're going to need a little bit more. It's still a little see-through, and I don't want it see-through. I want it to be a solid color. So I've utilized some of my containers that I have made that I didn't know what to do with. So I put these in here, I put these in here. I've got all my brushes in this one because I didn't like how it came out. So we're utilizing that. So yeah, I've been busy. All right, still looks a little opaque, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So I know I'm not gonna need all that, but I didn't know how much to mix up, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go with 1.5 ounces and see where we get. All right, so this one I'm only gonna pour to this line. Like you can see, we're just gonna pour it up to here. So in here will be the white, and then this back color will be the final color. And the same with this one. So we're just gonna get that level to that next little section there. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna have a ton of extra, guys. Oh, I hate it when I do that. But it's so hard to mix up 1/2 ounce. It's like, all right, we're gonna let them settle just a bit. So you can already see the difference in the color just by that, the gold being under this one and the darker color being under this. This is picking up more of a gray hue, and this is picking up more of like a yellowy, creamy hue to it. And then we're gonna put a thin layer in here, so this base will match that. I don't know how it's gonna look, but that's my plan, and I'm sticking with it. And that way we'll have all 3 of the colors in that base. And that's about the same. And I don't care if one is a little bit more than the other. That doesn't bother me at all. Oh, crap. Just because I know. Let's get some of the Nokian blue. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. And we're gonna put some of that in here with that white and see what we get. And that way I can finish this, and then we can pour this frog. Oh. Oh, that makes a really pretty color, guys. Look at that. So his little feet will be a different color, but I don't care. It'll give him some character. That is really sparkly. All right, so we just need and I'm just gonna put because he's not domed, so we might as well you know, finish filling him with the same color, and then it looks like, you know, I purposely did that. Even though I did not. All right, that looks good. Oh, crap. Why do I got powder everywhere? Hang on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these all on the heat mat so we can get these two set so we can pour the final layer. And this is the blue that I'm going to pour the back of this one. And then I'm going to use that really dark burgundy red with the top of the gold, because I figured red and gold go better, and blue and silver kind of go better. So, and we'll get this little guy poured. Now he is a matte mold, but if you spray him with a clear gloss, he will shine right up. So the only thing that I haven't done is went through my my pokey tools and clean the ends off. So that is going to be later tonight. I'm going to get to that. All right, and I still have got a little bit left. Let's see. What can we make with this? Maybe we'll have enough to fill one of these and we can make it a fridge magnet. I don't know. Give them all a little spritzy. So amongst cleaning my room, guys, you are not even going to believe how many pieces I found that I need to finish. You know, whether it's putting a magnet on the back or a pendant bail or whatever. I have got a whole ton. I do. So that's probably going to be maybe my next live. I don't know, because I've just got way too much stuff that I need to finish. But I had, you know, like a little bit here and a little bit there, and oh yeah. And I hate it when I do that. All right, so we can add a little bit more clear to him when I do these next ones. So I'm just gonna, we'll leave this, and I will be back for the next step, guys. Alrighty, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. These are set, so I wasn't sure. I'm thinking a ½ ounce each, but I did make extra just in case. So this one here, we're going to do the red. And we're going to also do the base. So I poured a ½ ounce. Let me pour another ½ ounce. All right. Because I'm thinking this holds about an ounce. So we'll just kind of go with that. And this is the Bond Craftor 1-to-1 epoxy resin. So and I'm just gonna get this mixed. clean my stick. All right, I think that's gonna be good. All right, so once I get these poured, I am going to let these set until morning. So, and then when I come back, we will get these demolded. And this resin debubbles really, really good, especially on these, you know, these molds that are just pretty simple. So I'm going to have to mix up probably a little more. So that base took a little over an ounce. I mean, you know, we could leave it like this, but I'm going to get the other one, this one mixed up. So I'm going to pour, I'm going to pour an ounce in. And that way I can kind of go back over my video and know, okay, the first one, it took this much. This one took this much. So this one, we are going to, let me see what I have for their colors. It's red. All right, we might, if we're gonna go with the paste, we're going to switch it over to the Sukiyo blue. And that way, they're both a paste. All right, so basically rubbed my stick off, and I have just that little bit, which I believe is going to be more than plenty to color this. And I just want to clean my stick off a couple of times just to make sure that I'm getting that paste all mixed in. Okay, I think that is going to be a good color. And give it a little spritz of alcohol and yeah, so the back, this final layer would take just over an ounce. I'm thinking, because I can dome this. So I'm just going to pour a little bit more in each of these cups. And that way I can get them domed. And this one's a little bit lower. I'm going to add just a smidge more in this one. All right, so that should be, let's see what we get when we mix this. I think this will be fine. All right, let's put the cover on this one. You know, that's the hard thing. Like, you just get a mold And a lot of times I will take the time to measure them with water, but I had just got them in and I didn't want to take the chance of it still having a wet spot in there. So, and actually I can put a little bit more. And I'm just gonna run that through this blue, even if it's not as dark, because it's gonna blend anyways. I just want them domed. So I would probably say 1.5 ounces for this final layer. All right. So that is domed. And let's get this mixed in. Wow, I definitely was a little on the low side on this calculation. So, all right. So we've got 1.5 ounces left. And I mean, this can do a smidge more. I'm just going to put some clear. And we shouldn't get a reaction because this is a paste and not a mica powder. If this was a mica powder and I did this, then we could get like a crackle effect, which is what I don't want, but I might as well dome this if I can. I'll just mix that in. And this one's cured, but I'm gonna just, yeah, I'm just gonna top it off a little bit with some clear, because I don't think it's gonna matter on the bottom. But this way here, we won't have too much trimming, or hopefully no trimming. So the rest of these pieces are all cured. You know, if I wanted to open them, I could. But I might as well, you know, since we're topping things off. And this way here, our little vase will kind of match. And I don't even think we'll see this clear layer on the bottom. I really don't. All right, so that gives us 1 ounce. 1 ounce. What in the crap are we gonna do with 1 ounce? Oh, let's see, we might as well. I'm gonna mix this in. I'll put some blue in here. We're gonna top off our turtle. And it's, yes, it's gonna be a different color, but that's fine. All right, now I need to add a smidge to the bottom of this lighter holder to make it work better. So the trick is going to be to get it in without getting it anywhere but the bottom. Let me grab another paper cup. And can't quite see. I'm going to just put a smidge more, and then I'm just going to call that good. All right, we got it directly in the middle, so we're just going to let that cure. And I think we have enough for this little turtle guy, so let's put some of the Marabou alcohol ink. Why is this not? Oh, because this is the new one I haven't opened yet. I grabbed the wrong one. I've been squeezing all day. And this is the one that I lost my little ball bearing in when I had my catastrophe. All right, get that stirred in there. And I will put this guy on my heat mat because I want to make sure that he is completely cured and cooled when I go to demold him, so that we do not pop his little head off like we did last time. Yeah, because that's no fun. And where did I put my knives? Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna clean this. This is one of my thinner. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I bought something. And I bought some stuff. And I got some little scissors. And I got my things to make the wind chimes. So we can be doing that here pretty soon. All right. And this is a blade as well. All right. So now I have a nice pointy stick. All right, that's full. So we might as well just, oh, I also got these that I've been wanting to try. And I got these from Michael's because when I tried the other ones, they weren't shiny. So I'm hoping these ones are shiny. All right, I'm just gonna move that back. We'll give this a spritz. And we will see when we demold. So these will be good to make like little sun catchers, like to hang off your mirror in your car and stuff. That was one of the reasons that I had bought this, because I thought, you know, they have a bunch of different shapes and sizes. So we could see if, especially if they are sparkly. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of extra stuff today. So much for I'm just gonna make 2 things. Well, look at that. That's domed. This is overflowing domed. All right, so that pretty much does that, takes care of that. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on demold. Okay, guys, these are all cured. So let's just get our little extras out first. He's cute. Like I said, he is matte. And he does have a lot of micro bubbles because I did not run my stuff through the debubbler, which I should have. You know, it's one of those things, sometimes when you're using a mica powder or a colorant, the bubbles won't show, but then there's other times they do. So, yeah, note to self, just run it through the debubbler. And the reason I didn't is because I had started this before I cleaned my studio, and we've got all his pointies. So he came out cute. No bubbles in him. Let's finish up this little turtle. It's been sitting there for a while. And he's cute. All right. Yay, we have a tail this time. We have a tail on our turtle. And we have a head. We've got a bubble in the tip of the tail, but at least he has a tail. So yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with if I'm just going to make these into magnets or what. So I did have, when I mixed up the extra, I did have a little bit more in the cup. So I made this. I figured we could just make this a small pendant or a charm to hang off one of the bracelets or something. All right. So let's hope. Yay, these are sparkly and shiny. So I'm going to make some different colored ones, and we are going to make like a sun catcher with them. Oop. So you could actually even make these in UV resin if you wanted. But these came out super cool. And they're not very thick. So yeah, those came out really good. All right, I'll be using this mold again for sure. All right, let's get these out. These have been driving me nuts. I almost got up at like 2 o'clock this morning and unmolded. Oh, okay, that's pretty. That came out better than I was expecting. And let me grab my deburring tool here. There's not really much, but I want to go over those edges just to be on the safe side. All right, let's get this base out. Now, initially when I bought these, I thought these crosses were bigger. But, oh, that is cute, guys. That came out really good. And then you can put a little tea light in there. And of course I don't have a battery one in. Oh, I do. Just a cheapy one, but it'll kind of give the effect. So I will be doing these in the mixed mold as well. So that way we can burn a regular candle in there. But look at how cute. Oh, I'm pleased. Now, I don't know if I'm going to like this next base because of the colors, but we don't know until we try something, right? So let's get the base out first. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. This one has just a little bit of cleanup. All right. Cool. Wow, I'm impressed. So even though these, you know, took a little while, I'm really pleased with the outcome. Look at that. Very, very pretty. All right. Yay! And my little lighter holder it is cured down in the base. So now the lighter, of course I didn't bring the lighter down with me, but so I'm really liking these glitters. Let me just flip my mold back here. I'm really liking the glitter. So there are a little bit of micro bubbles right in here, which I kind of had a feeling, but that came out so cool. And I don't even think I'm going to, well, you know what? We are gonna move these molds over here. And because what I'm thinking is just one rhinestone where it indents right there. And I think that will be enough, because if I put too much, it is definitely going to be too much because of the sparkle. And where's my... Oh. Oh, that's nice, and I broke the bottle. Well, I guess we ain't using this. I'll have to transfer it to a new bottle because I broke the little piton thing off. Oh, well. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out which size would be a better size. guess those are about the same size, so I guess we're gonna go with that size. I guess so. And let me get a little spoon. I'm gonna close that up so I don't make a mess. How'd that work for you, Michelle? Huh? How did that work for you? My, here we go. Welcome to a life in the day of Michelle. And now they're sticking to my little mat over here. Oh, I guess I should have had a second cup of coffee this morning. Yep. All right, so let's just get... kind of just do 4 at a time. Maybe 5. Maybe 6. Yeah, I think that will be just enough to give it a little bit of a pop without taking it, taking away from the actual piece. There. I think that looks really good. I'm gonna do it. There's barely any, there's no sharp edges, so I'm just making sure. Yeah. All right. Don't know if I want to because I think with the glitter it's enough, but let me just come on, I just want to see how you look there. Oh, I kind of like that. All right, we'll just put one. We'll put one stone in the center. Yeah, I think that's just enough. All right, so I'm gonna just leave these laying sideways. I just wanna make sure they're in the center there. I think these are really, really cute. Alrighty, guys, so that is our video for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. So I am just going to put these in with my unfinished pieces just because I don't know what I'm going to do to finish these off. And we're going to make some different colored ones of these, and we will make like a sun catcher to hang in the car. I'll have to pull out some of my beads if I even can find them. And we'll just do some different colored ones. I'll maybe do them in UV resin so that way we can kind of get it done. Yeah. And let me get this picked up. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next video, guys. Let me show you this again. So I think these came out really, really good. So I will definitely be using these glitters again. They definitely work really, really well. And they're very sparkly. Alrighty, guys. See ya.